What's morning without coffee? I used to drink 6 gallons of water every morning right after I woke up. Um, it would allow the neurons and toxins to release out of my system, and I used to right away after um, activate and charge my entire body from the sun. It was about summertime, and so after cleansing, I'd activate my entire system. And now it looks like I'm drinking all this coffee. Anyways, guys, let's continue with my DNA ancestry. Um, mm. So he went to Germany. He went to Germany. He married a German woman. Now, by the time though he went to Germany, of course he was, older. He was an adult because my great grandmother's baby sister, she was taken care of by my great grandfather, and they were brought in to their home, and my grandfather, and even my grandma, my mom's mom, which is my grandfather's wife, Lucine, who's named after the moon. She was a shaman. They were close, and I do remember hearing stories about them all, like going to um, like Christian churches and stuff, and she would prostrate, if I'm saying that right. She would get When she'd get to the church, she would get down on her knees and do the whole praising to Allah thing, because that's just how she was accustomed to. And her name, her birth name was Zaruhi, and Zaruhi is a form of name of Zara. Okay, so that's what she was born with. That was what her Armenian parents named her. And then when the Arab merchant came, he renamed her Nura Atay. So her husband's name um, could have been Atay, or it was her merchant. But I think it was her husband's, because um, her son's last name is also Atay. So, but Nura in the Arabic language, I believe, means light, like a shining light, and that Arab merchant knew what he was doing, because she had like really gold hair, light skin, and colored eyes and stuff. So when she was in like elementary school and everything, when she was really little, she used to tell my mom's family that the students would call her gavur. Now, gavur in Turkish means like Christian, and it's not in a positive light. It means like Armenian and Christian and all that, and it's not in a positive way. It's actually very negative if someone calls you that. It's like basically a white person calling a black person the N word. That's how it is. And so she would cry and she would say, I don't understand. I'm Turkish, I'm Arab. Why are they doing this to me? And they used to say, no, you're not Arab, you're not Turkish. Like the kids, students, you're of another race, you're of another, and it's like they knew. Um, but so her son went to Germany, and when I guess his whole life, the whole situation affected him so much that he got into scientific natural medicine. So basically, when I say scientific, I mean like he started doing like getting the sciences of natural medicine, and he was healing people. So he became a natural like doctor, witch, shaman, and he was very well known in Germany and all of Europe, and he still is. Okay, that's what he does. And he said, Mom, to his mother, his tattooed mom, Nura, Mom, I'm going to have you live for a very long time. She lived up until like 106 years old. 100, 600, 7 years old. She just recently died. I found out a few years ago. Just a few years ago, like 2, 3 years ago, she passed away. So, that's the power of nature, guys. So, um, veganism all the way. Stick to nature. If you can't do veganism, try to slowly incorporate more healthy, things into your life. Drink more water. If you do cook, um, add more veggies, some beans, some nuts. You want to have some raw nuts. You don't have to eat salads, guys. People just assume that you have to eat salads. Put in um, nuts, vegetables, and when you do, I mean, I prefer to eat raw food, but sometimes I can't like have because of circumstance or people or but I do prefer raw food because that's where my body thrives the most. But if you're just slowly getting in and stuff, put in a lot of herbs. Even when I eat raw beans, or like not even raw, sorry, because if I eat raw beans, it's gonna break my tooth. But even if I do eat beans, for example, I put in herbs. If I'm not putting cumin in there or mint or like basil or I'll put in sage. I literally put in dried sage into my foods, my vegetables, my foods, because it's not just the vegetables and the food you're eating, it's the herbs, okay? And of course, again, eating something raw like you feel more of it, but not everybody is able to just leave meat and then all of a sudden start incorporating that. So please don't take my advice on how to become a vegan or how to have more veggies. I just highly ask that you do your own research about it, or meet with a naturopathic doctor, so that they give you the best advice for your own body, because everyone's body functions differently, even though I never met with a doctor or anything, because after all these years I understand what's for my body and what's not for my body. So I'm at a point where I'm not quite sure which direction to take these videos out with my DNA. There's just so much in my DNA, like my mom's mother's side, okay? They had acres of land, winery in Anatolia, like acres of land, and underground there were cellars that even the Ottoman government had no idea. So that's where most of them are hiding, because the government, like the Turks, well, not the Turks, but like the Ottoman soldiers and like the Zionists and stuff, the big guys, they knew my grandmother's father, okay? And when like they used to have dinner together, like, and they like those soldiers, those generals, they used to be invited to their house and they'd have dinner together. Okay, look how disgusting this is. And when it was his son's 18th birthday, because he had 11 kids, when it was his 18th son's birthday, he went into the you become a soldier, go in the military. On his 18th birthday, he sent him a letter. He sent my great grandfather, my mom's mother's side, a letter. This was before the Armenian genocide, because they attacked, like, the high businessmen first, the scholars, the educated people, the rich ones first, and then they attacked the civilians, but the regular civilians. And he said, "Oh, I heard it's your son's 18th birthday today. We have a present for you." And they sent him a letter and a box. And when he saw the box, there was blood on the box. And he opened the box. It was his son's head that they sent him. They said, "We have a gift for you. It's his son's head." And then his other daughter, she was about 16 years old. She was walking. Again, this was before the Armenian genocide. A group of Zionist and Muslim soldiers took her while she was walking, gang raped her,